There are millions of shops on Etsy, and there are hundreds of shops that have consistent sales. In order for you to have consistent sales, you got to know what to do and what to sell. So I'm always an advocate that you got to sell what's selling already. You don't want to invent the wheel, like they say. You want to sell something that's already in circulation, that people are already searching for, either because it's a trending product, it's a seasonal product, or it's an evergreen product. So for example, if you're selling wood signs like me, then you have to always have different types of signs available, because wedding signs are a type of sign that will sell every day of the year. But then, for example, Mother's Day signs are a little trend that you're gonna sell once a year, maybe, or twice a year, because people also buy the same trend. Like, people are sometimes searching for like a Mother's Day sign gift. So when I started, I didn't know what I was doing. I just like started making all the signs that other sellers were making and modifying them and just creating them to fit my needs. That was a good strategy, but it came to a point that I needed new products. So I bought a laser. With a laser engraver, then I started creating products that were more easier to do, but then you had to have like inventory, you had to have like coasters, you had to have like all these different products. And when I started focusing on the laser products, then my CNC carving business, like all those products, like tended to go down on volume, because from what I understand, Etsy is always like evaluating if you're keeping up with demand or not. And if you they evaluate certain products, they don't evaluate like your whole shop. For example, I have a product that sells all year round, and that product is my outdoor wood sign, and I just like sell it. It doesn't matter like what time of day it is, what time of year, it will just sell. It's a really good product, but I always have in mind that this product has to go out fast, has to go out like out the door before the client expects it. And after I ship it, I try to like ship it on Friday and just make it so that the notification comes on Monday. So whenever the shipping notification comes with the USP label and whatever, it's already headed their way, and they could see it like, hey, this is really, really good customer service. Because not everybody's gonna do that. Not everybody has the willingness to like make it faster. I've known a lot of shops that will just say, hey, people have to wait their time. This is a custom product. This isn't Amazon. This isn't a pre-made product, and people have to wait. But I don't literally think about it that way, because from my understanding, if I can make it faster, then I'll have more volume. If I have more volume, then I could hire new employees. If I have new employees, then I could buy more machines. If I And it goes like circling fast. But it's in my shop that it's a manufacturing woodworking shop. If I were to sell something that's print on demand, the only part of the business will be to just like make a couple products each day. Like, for example, if you're selling t-shirts, just try and sell and make new designs, like 3 new designs each day. And that would be super easy to do, and you would become a monster, because you would just like keep on making products and products and products. I was seeing a shop on Etsy the other day, which they had about like 5 to 7 thousand items, and obviously they sell a lot because they have a lot of products. But the thing is, not everybody is willing to put in the work, to put in the effort, and to put in all those hours without receiving any sale. And that's for some people hard, but for other people, that's the price they gotta pay. And those that pay the price reap the benefits, because you can't sow and reap at the same time. There's a time for sowing and there's a time for reaping, and they don't happen at the same time. So if you're on the fence about starting your Etsy shop, if you don't know what to start with, just start with a print on demand shop. I mean, that's probably the easiest. You could use pre-made designs like in Kiddo or Creative Fabrica or other programs that will help you out with the template. It's already approved for commercial use. They already have like the different variations of fonts, because one of the biggest things I find on print on demand sellers is that they try to create every product from a blank piece of artwork. And I know that their intention is good, but first, you're wasting your time. And secondly, you're not an artist necessarily. You're trying to be an artist, but it's way harder than you think, because the font combinations, the font coloring, the spacing, the different layouts and aspect ratio of each element is really, really important for the visual person to see. So if you already know how to do market research, which is easy on Everbee or eRank, and then you just start trying to find templates, you could like grab and just customize however you want with whatever's trending. Then I think it's a really big opportunity for you to like make it, because if you're doing print on demand stuff, you won't need to sell a whole bunch of products. I mean, because the only thing is that you're wasting money, you're investing money either in a design software, or you're investing money on just the listing and putting things on Etsy. So, worst case scenario, you start and you just wasted maybe $100 on your business, which could have made you maybe $100 a week. So, in my opinion, if you ask me, just start with whatever you're doing. Now, don't get lazy and try and do copyrighted stuff or try to cut corners by copying exactly what other people do, because that's not the way to go. Etsy will find you, Etsy will ban you, Etsy will figure out your IP address, and Etsy will won't let you come back, because Etsy is very jealous of their customers, and Etsy will protect them at all costs. So if you're wanting to start out, just start. A lot of times I think we overthink it so much, and we wait for the perfect moment to come. And reality is that the perfect moment won't come. The perfect moment is now. And then you look back and say, hey, all those things that I put, all those products that I started with, all those designs, all those pictures were ugly, and that's okay, because you're just starting out. You don't have to be, don't aim for perfect, aim for action. And that's probably the biggest advice anybody could give you on Etsy, because you've consumed enough and you've already made it to this point where you're keeping doing research and trying to find the perfect secret and the perfect tip. But I've sold on Etsy for 4 years. I still sell on Etsy, and that's one of the things everybody asks me, hey, what's the secret to Etsy? Okay, just start putting products, hear your customers, hear whatever is selling, hear what customers want to order that you don't have, and try to like make something that's in in that demand. Because if customers are asking you if you sell it or not, they'll probably haven't been able to find it anywhere else. So that's my advice for you. That's the advice for the day. Trying to come in every day and give you something to think about. So that's that.